How we doing today, man? I'm super, 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 super. Oh man, I can't curse on this account because of YouTube guidelines. But I'm so frustrated with myself today. Um, just sat on the charts too long, and then got caught up. One mistake to another. Right, doing good all day, being patient, and there was just a lot of frustration throughout the day of just missing setups, and just everything, right? And then we ended up seeing just a horrible setup. I should have been off the charts at 11. I said I was going to be off the charts by 11, but I see us take out this low here that doesn't really even matter. And then I saw us get a 2-minute inversion right here, and I got in long. I got in long right here. We instantly got stopped out. Pretty instantly got stopped out, and that was the first loss. And then I instantly reversed position into a short right here, where we actually wouldn't have lost again if I was gonna go break even this low. We actually would have gotten there, but as soon as I got filled like here, and it came up against me, and I closed it for another loss, and then I just kept trading, um, and we lost the balance. We basically lost the account. We have $123, so I'm just full porting with two contracts, and I'm literally just gonna full port with two contracts. This account, and either get my balance back to zero or blow the account. So that's that. Disappointing. I don't even want to make this video. I don't want to be honest about it, right? Or not honest. I don't want to make the video. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with comments. I don't want to deal with even the Discord, right? Even the free Discord. I don't feel like explaining myself because I don't have to explain myself, man. Or I don't need to explain myself to other people, right? I know right from wrong, right? I'm too old to be doing this, right? I've been in the game for too long to be doing this, right, to myself. It's that simple. It's not an experience thing. It's a disrespect thing. I'm not taking it serious enough. And again, we just sat on the charts too long. We stayed here too long. Price action wasn't good. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see that this wasn't good price action. And I knew that, and I knew that, and I knew that, and I knew that. I want to hammer it in my head a million. Oh my gosh, dude. I wish that YouTube guidelines weren't so soft because I would just be ripping in right now. But I know better than this, but I choose to do it. Why? Because I clearly don't care. I clearly don't care. I clearly am not in control of my emotions. I'm clearly not. Again, it doesn't take a genius to see that this is not good price action. We didn't trade through here. Why? We came into the day bullish, right? And I wish I could talk about the chart today because, I mean, I can talk about the chart, but I wish I didn't have such a bad day so I could go over, what we saw on the chart, right? Pre-market, we swept out Asia or London low, and we had this perfect 15-minute inversion. I should have just taken this and called it a day, right? Why am I so much more nervous to take a trade like this, right? Why can't I take a trade like this? Or like this, right? And why am I looking for these trashy setups, right? This was the trade. This was the low resistance liquidity. This is the model, right? But I don't take that. Cool. Price delivered perfectly. I was bullish coming to the morning, but we just ripped straight up. Cool. Couldn't do anything. What do we wait for, right? We had this sweep on the high over here, and then we had a resweep. We got an inversion with a change of state delivery. Why did I not take this? Because I was looking for longs. I wanted to see previous day high. But this is a great setup, right? A great trade. Again, should have taken this one, but I didn't. So, cool, that's fine, right? Sometimes you don't take a trade, and it starts weighing on me, man. I started getting really frustrated because it was just all my bullish targets were taken, and then I saw a short, and I was going to take it. But what I tell myself, oh, I'm bullish biased, so why would I take a short? And we would have taken a short, and we would have hit an amazing trade. We would have hit amazing trade, right? Just amazing trade. However we were taking, change state delivery inversion after only moving up today. I mean, perfect trade. I didn't take it because I was trying to follow my rules. I wanted to see this 15-minute gap. I wanted to see us come into this 15-minute gap to continue higher. That's what my plan was, right? That was my plan from the start of the day. So when I didn't see that, when I saw this setup, I was like, cool, if I'm trying to go long, I'm not going to take it. So then I don't take it. We get this massive sell-off, and this time I'm still bullish. I'm like, cool, bullish, right? I still like this. I want to see this 5-minute inverse right here. And this would have been perfect. I was going to get in with 1 micro, target 100 points, risk 100 points, $200 risk, right? Cool. We never close above fine, right? We would have had this order block, an inversion, and it doesn't close above. Luckily, it doesn't close above because we get this random 100-point candle just out of nowhere, and that would have stopped me out, so we don't get it. So we wait, and then I was like, okay, cool. If we get it right after this, but we never close above on the 5 minute. We close above here, but not on the 5 minute, and we never inverse this gap right here, and that was what I was looking for, and we never got it, so I should have had no trades, right? Should have had no trades. And after this point, right, we should have stepped away because this is taking too long, right? This is just experience, just chart experience. I know better. I know better. It's like I'm sitting here knowing I'm making a mistake before I even make it. I knew that I was going to make a mistake by placing a trade. But then what happens? I'm sitting here, and instead of just turning my, oh my gosh, dude, I wish, it's frustrating not being able to just speak freely and trying to control what I'm saying, which is fine, right? I probably shouldn't talk certain ways anyways, but instead of just turning my computer off and saying, look, I'll come back another day, because there's so many setups. There's a setup tomorrow. There's setups today. There's so many setups. Why am I taking the trash ones? Why am I taking the ones that don't matter? Why am I taking the ones that aren't good? But I still sit here at 11:30. I should be off the charts by no later than 11:10 at latest. 11 o'clock. If there's nothing before 11 o'clock, I should be done. I know I should be done. Right? I know I should be done. And what happens? I start seeing an impulsive move, and I see a fair value gap, and it didn't close, but I was like, well, do we have anything? Oh, we closed on the 2 minute. Let me just get in there. Let me just do that one, right? And it didn't work because it's not a good setup, because we're not delivering well, because we're in consolidation, right? Because we didn't inverse the 1 minute gap right there. It's just simple stuff, and it's like, I know better. That's what's so frustrating is I know better. It's disappointing. I talk about the same stuff every day. I have all the right things I say, but I don't follow through with it. It's not good enough whatsoever. It's not good enough. So we're going to lose our first Express account. That's cool, right? But it's not about this one. It's about what am I going to do for the next time? What am I going to do tomorrow? Right? And that's the frustrating part, because now I have to wait till tomorrow. I could have had a good day today, but I decided not to. I decided to not have a good day. Why? Because I'm sitting here, and what happens when you sit here too long? You start to break your rules. You start to say, hey, I sat here for 2 hours. This could make me some money. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get in here, because if I get if it just comes above this high, basically, I will just get like a $200 day, right? Wrong. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking I'll get in with 2 micros right here, 50-point stop, and I'll target 50 points, right? And look, and if we just wait to watch, this setup's going to smack. I bet you this setup smacks right here, this inversion. Right on the 1 minute. And we're going to do it live, right? To show myself how stupid I am for what I do, right? And it's not a good setup, but it's I've been sitting here for 2 hours. This could definitely get me money, right? This could, if I just get up to $50 or 50 points, right? Let's see this close. So we close right there. We get in, right? We're targeting $200. That's what my mindset was. And this is a better trade just because we actually inverse finally. You have a stop loss of $200, right? Give us some breathing room. Stop at this low. Cool, right? This is a better trade. What do we do here? We go break even at this high, right? And let's see if this works. Obviously, like, I hope it does work, even though I already wrecked myself. But I hope it works, because this is what I should have waited for, right? 3 drive lower, displacement, order block, or change of state delivery, finally, right? Everything I need to get. Right? And then we finally do get the inversion. We finally invert this big gap right here. We wait for the fully close. We don't just get in because of a big move up, right? Simple stuff. Simple stuff, dude. And I just don't do the simple stuff well. So it just needs to get that blue line for that, but we would target here, and then we'd target previous day's high, right? Eventually, but this is paper, so it doesn't really matter. But this is what I should be. I mean, and even now, I shouldn't be taking this trade in terms of like my real account, right? I think this is a good setup, but it's like 12 o'clock. I don't trade at 12 o'clock, so I don't need to be taking this trade, right? I don't need to be. But this is the one I should have taken if I was going to take anything. It's just the same thing every time. The same thing. I do the same mistakes every time, and it's unfortunate because now I have to wait till tomorrow to try and follow my rules again, right? At this point, I don't even care about winning or losing. I just want to be following my rules consistently, and I'm not doing it. Why? Why am I not doing it? Why am I not doing it? If I would just stick to it, I would be having good months. I'd be making money. I would be getting payouts. But because I'm trying to make money, and because I'm trying to force everything and force entries and overtrade and revenge trade and do all the things that I know don't work. I've proven to myself 100 times over that it doesn't work. I've been doing the same things for 2 years now and it doesn't work. So why do I keep doing it? Why do I do the things I know don't work instead of just doing the stuff that I know works? Because I know that the stuff that works is hard to do. It's not comfortable. Stepping away with no trades is not fun. It's not comfortable. It's not exciting. It's not getting me closer to a payout. But that's what I have to do. I have to not take a trade. I have to sit there and be patient. I can't do the same thing that fails every single time. It's not my strategy. It's not inversion for value gaps. It's not any of that. It's not any of that. If you want to say that it's an inversion, if it's my strategy, no, it's not. You're an idiot. I'm sorry, you're an idiot. If you think that is my strategy, you're an idiot. It's everything else, right? Because guess what? There are good inversions every single day. This is an amazing inverse. Amazing. Perfect. This is textbook. The BS I was trading is not textbook, right? It's not my strategy. I know what looks good. I saw this live time. I literally posted, I said, this is what I want to see exactly. This is what I like. This is amazing. I said, if market opens above this inversion, I don't expect to even see us go lower, right? I want to see us continue, it's so simple. This is a great inversion right here. It's not the strategy. It's the person behind the strategy. It's the emotions behind the strategy. This is not a good entry. This doesn't look textbook in any condition. This isn't a bad one, but it's not a great entry due to time, chop, right? But this is a better entry. I think this one actually will work, right? I wish I waited for this one. I'd rather lose on this one than this one, but it's still not good, right? This is a great trade. And again, it seems cherry-picked, but it's not cherry-picked, right? Because it's just how the model works, how trading works, how my strategy works. You might sit here and say this was cherry-picked, but I was watching this live time. The only reason I didn't take it is because I wanted to take longs today. I married my bias in a way, right? I still think we'd go higher, but I could have just married my bias, right? I could be wrong. And we still haven't inversed this 5-minute gap yet, right? We need to. And we still haven't inversed this gap right here. We need to. But again, man, it's not the strategy. It's not the strategy at all. It's me showing up and disrespecting my rules, disrespecting myself, disrespecting the people that watch my videos, disrespecting the process. I would love to not make this video today. I would love to. I would love to not make this video. I would love to have taken a winning trade today. I would love to not trade it. But at the end of the day, right, there's no reason. I'm really frustrated right now. I'm making this video right after of all the BS I did. I'm really frustrated. I'm really disappointed, frustrated, annoyed, mad. I'm not once thinking to quit. I'm not once thinking that my strategy doesn't work. I'm not once thinking anything like that. I'm just looking at myself and saying I got to do better. I got to be better because it's not good enough. What I just did is not good enough, right? So yeah, I feel frustrated. I feel angry, all this stuff. But in 30 minutes, an hour from now, 2 hours from now, I'm going to just go on with my day. And remember, I just show up again and try again and try again and try again. That's what it takes. That's what it takes, right? Obviously, you don't want to make mistakes. Obviously, you don't want to keep failing. You don't want to do the things that you're not supposed to do, right? You're not supposed to do those things. You know that, right? But that's not the point. You don't need to just dwell on all the negative, right? You're going to be frustrated. I'm frustrated right now because it just happened. I just let myself down. Of course I'm going to be upset, right? Of course I'm going to be upset. But I did it to myself. Look, and again, I'm glad that this trade's not working because, again, it shows. Look at this price action. Look at this price action. Should I be trading this? Should I be trading this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I know it. That's the part that frustrates me, is that I know it. I know it, right? Like, and it doesn't matter if you don't believe me or if you think that I don't know anything that I'm doing. Like, I promise you, it doesn't matter what you think. I know what I know, right? I know what I know. Just like you know what you know, right? I'm not saying I'm the best trader. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I always find the best traders. I'm just saying I could even perform 10 times better than where I'm performing now with just doing the things I know to do, right? Maybe I still wouldn't be the best or whatever, but I would still be doing better. I would be taking better losses. I would be taking better winners. I would be trading better if I just did the things I knew to do, right? If I just stopped doing all the stupid stuff I do. And I don't know how to move past this. I don't know how to move past the frustration, right? Because it's not going to do me any good tomorrow to wake up and be frustrated and be upset. But what am I supposed to do, right? Basically, this is the one thing I want to ask. How do you guys deal with breaking your rules? Don't tell me like, oh, just punish yourself. I'm saying, how do you deal with the mental drain of disappointing yourself like this? Like, it's hard to sit here and disrespect myself like this. And I'm not talking about how am I going to not ever break my rules again. I'm talking about how do I just, not that I should accept it, but how do I decide, how do I not let it affect me, right? Not that it shouldn't, right? I should be upset. But how can I use it to better myself, right? How can I use it to change the narrative? Because if I keep doing the same thing, like what do I do, right? What do I do to get to the point where I can step away? Because I can know to step away all I want. I was sitting here telling people I should step away. I should be done for the day. I'm not going to do this if this doesn't happen. And it didn't happen. I still did stuff, right? How can I take the knowledge I have and actually use it to benefit me? I know to step away. I know not to take the trades I took today. I know to not do the things I did today. If I know to not do the things I did today, how can I use the knowledge I have and just do it? I knew to step away and not take a trade today, but I still did it. Why? What made me do that? It's not a knowledge thing. It's not an experience thing. I knew that the conditions after this point, this chop right here, I knew that this was no longer in my favor. I knew to step away. I had the experience to step away. So what is it? What does it take to be able to use the experience and the knowledge you have to not do the things you know not to do? That's all I'm asking. That's all I want advice on right now is why or how do I use the knowledge I've gained through experience? How do I implement the things that I don't want to do? Because I clearly don't like to not trade. I clearly, right? And you can tell me what, but like I'm serious. What is the trick? Because it's not knowledge. It's not those things. It's not about learning when to step away. I knew when to step away. So if someone says you got to know when to step away, what do you do when you know you're supposed to step away and you don't do it? Right? I could have clicked the lockout button. I could have stepped away. But I didn't do it. That's the scary part. That's the bad part. That's the part I'm trying to understand. That's the part I'm trying to understand. Is where is it going wrong? Where is it going wrong? Where is the disconnect? Right? Where is the disconnect? Because again, it's not just learning when to step away, knowing when to step away. It's actually stepping away, right? It's actually doing the things I know to do. So it's like, it's not a knowledge thing. I had the tools today to protect myself. But what did? I decided to do this, right? So, oh my gosh, man. Duh. Oh my gosh. I already know all the BS this video is going to ensue and just comments and whatever, and people reaching out, and even the people that are trying to give me positivity, man. Like, I'm not saying I don't want it, but I'm just saying, like, today's a day that's just a purely documentation day. It's not a learning day for you guys. It's not a day where I need pick-me-ups. I don't need a pick-me-up. I don't need anyone to come tell me to not give up. I don't need it. I appreciate if you do. Feel free to leave a comment trying to boost my morale, right, and make me feel better. Feel free. This isn't a video. I'm purely making this video to document and to stay consistent on YouTube. That's it. That's it. This video isn't a pick me up. It isn't me looking for a coach, right? It's not me looking for a new strategy. It's just me coming on here and documenting what I did and the disappointment that I have with myself. And yeah, that's it. It's just me coming on the document today. Again, feel free to comment anything, right? I'm not saying I'm mad if someone tries to leave a positive comment. Like, that's great. I'm just saying, like, I don't need it, right? Like, I'm not quitting. I'm not anything like that. And I know my mistakes, man. I know the mistake I made the mistakes live. I knew it was wrong when I did it, right? It just makes me feel like I'm one of those kids with just some type of mental issues, like just, you know, those kids that just couldn't stay out of trouble in elementary school. It's like they're just bad kids. Like, they know right from wrong, but they just can't control themselves. They can't stop doing the bad stuff. That's how I feel. I feel like an idiot. I feel like an absolute loser. I mean, I can't believe it, man. And like I said, I don't want to make this video because I want to be perfect. I want to be like someone that people look up to and be like, man, this guy follows his rules. He's an amazing trader. He always wins, or not even always wins, but he always follows his rules, and he gets payouts. And he does all these things. I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy, but I'm not him right now. I will be. I know I can be, but I'm not, and I hate making these videos. Oh my gosh, dude. It's just like, quitting's gonna do nothing for me. Stopping YouTube, ghosting everything, it's not gonna do anything for me. It's not gonna help me, right? But I wanna be great so bad, but I do everything it seems in my power to not be great. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's really all I got, man, because I'll be just talking in circles. So, yeah, full port in the account tonight. I'm gonna go 2 minis. Um, Literally whenever market opens, I'm going 2 minis, and I am going to just hope that we just run in my direction. And then if it doesn't, and we blow the account, which is more than likely, we're gonna start on the new XFA tomorrow. Copy trading a combine with it. So, yeah, man. Just ridiculous. I think that it really, sometimes it just feels like, I feel like pressure comes from just, it's not even looking, it's not even seeing, it's knowing that other people are just crushing everything every day, thousands of dollars, and it's not me. And that's, I think that's part of my problem too. It's just wanting to be great without, with, to be great, you just have to be great. You don't want, you don't expect, you don't whatever hope. You just be great, and great things happen. So if I want to be great, if I want to do well, I just have to do well. I just have to do the things I know to do, right? Oh my gosh, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard to be. It's hard to be live, man. It really is. It's just. But cry me a river, right? Cry me a river. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, whatever, man. You know the deal. If you want. Who really cares? At the end of the day, who really cares? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.